This 2.6-acre park is more than a green space. It's a gathering place, a safe and welcoming space for families, and a living tribute to the resilience and pride of this neighborhood. With new trees and accessible pathways and a community pavilion, look at this community pavilion, right? Where have you seen a community pavilion like that? It reflects the values of collaboration, sustainability, and the hope for the future. Today, we celebrate not only the opening of a park, but also the power of partnership and strength of community. So I want to thank all of you for being here to share this moment with us. In March of 2021, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and the City of Cleveland released a request for proposal for the adaptive reuse of redevelopment of surplus school sites throughout the City of Cleveland. While the main focus of the RFP was on real estate development, Western Reserve Land Conservancy identified an opportunity for development of a high-quality park space to support and enhance the real estate and infill development efforts underway in the Huff community. You know, we looked at the relationship with this space and the rec center, and we knew it would be an amazing opportunity to create a nice passive park. I want to recognize two individuals who were instrumental in making that a smooth transition. Trudy Andrzejewski, where you at, Trudy? Raise your hand. Trudy ran point for the city and the school district on the release of the RFP. And Trudy, thank you for all of the meetings we held, the dozens and dozen online meetings. This was during the middle of COVID to make this happen. So truly remarkable. And I want to recognize Patty Chobe. Patty, where you at? Raise your hand, Patty. She's in the back. Patty, thank you. Patty was CMSD's representative and made sure that that was a smooth transition. So Patty, thank you for what you have done. So we're gathered here today on the former site of the John W. Raper School that was demolished in 2013 and following its closure in 2011. So the school closed down in 2011. 2 years later, they demolished the site, and the site sat dormant for 13 years. It sits right next to the Thurgood Marshall Rec Center, making it a perfect location for a complimentary park. From day one, this project has been guided by the Huff residents' voices, working with trusted community partners like Village Family Farms, Little Africa Food Co-op, Famicos Foundation, and Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones. We launched an extensive community engagement process. I want to acknowledge and recognize Bill Myers, the Rec Center Director. Bill, where you at? Raise your hand. Bill, thank you for what you do for our young people in the city. Our team went door to door. We held neighborhood meetings. In fact, our first meeting was right behind us in Village Family Farms, and you're going to learn a little bit more about that later on. And we organized workshops with residents, shared their vision. It was clear that an intergenerational park serving everyone, from young children to seniors, with spaces for both active play and quiet gathering was desired. The community asked for safe walking paths, a playground for children of all ages, shaded gathering spaces, beautiful landscaping, and a design complementing the neighborhood rec center. Cornell University planning students worked directly with residents in design workshops, producing 4 concepts that reflected the community's priorities. And I want to acknowledge and recognize city architecture. Thank you, Alex Pesta, you and your team were a pleasure to work with. And layer cake design, and you're going to hear from Drew Sargent in a minute. Then they created the final design that continues through that whole resident collaboration process. So let's just get into it, right? So without further ado, I do want to recognize an amazing woman who's doing remarkable work here in the Huff neighborhood. I had the high honor and privilege of serving on Cleveland City Council for almost 20 years, and I served with the former late, great Fannie Lewis. And there was no one who loved this community more than Miss Lewis. I love Miss Lewis. She was just a titan. And it's hard when you walk into those shadows. I succeeded somebody, you know, the former late, great Raymond Pianca. So I know this woman here is doing great things in Huff. Will all of you please give a warm welcome to our councilwoman, Stephanie House Jones.
Well, good morning, beautiful people. How's everybody doing? Great. Yes, that's the energy we love to hear. I'm Stephanie House Jones, and I have the honor to serve as the councilwoman for Ward 7. And I am just really here to just bring greetings, say thank you to each and every one of our partners. When you hear, like many times, as Matt was explaining, about the process, the RFP process that the school district has put out, some of the projects have taken way much longer than you would think. But to see one of the projects that has been able to get literally support from the city, county, state, federal, nonprofit, private sector partners. Like, this is really what community is about, right? And so, again, I always first and foremost also have to shout out who are all the Ward 7 residents. Anybody say on 85th, Linwood, 86, wave your hand and look around. There are residents that are here. And this is our park, right? This is our asset. This is another asset. And as I was having a conversation just a few minutes ago about, it is so nice to just be in a place that's beautiful, right? That it calms your spirit, it calms your nerves. And we know all of the things that are going around. We know everybody doesn't have access to health care and all of those things, but there is something that the outdoors, Mother Nature provides to us. You see what I'm saying? And this is going to be a place that is going to help rejuvenate, restore, and just give real joy to many community members who are long overdue for getting that, right? We talk about disinvestment, but we are working and collectively together to reinvest and bring real resources to people who always deserved it, but now in real action they're going to get it, right? So, as we officially open our green space, again, I just really want to thank each and every one of you all from coming here, to our team and everybody who works for the city of Cleveland. Everybody who works for the city of Cleveland, please raise your hand. Okay, y'all see these people too? Okay, these are partners. But at many times, those of us who are public servants serving in the city of Cleveland, we get a lot of gripe. I was on the phone, baby, and they was tearing us up this morning. I was like, oh, wait. But these are the men and the women who every day, despite the challenges, show up, help permits to get together, help to prepare convening spaces. And when our space is officially open, these are going to continue to be our partners that will show up, that will fix the things, but also help us celebrate. So again, on behalf of all of us in Ward 7, I thank each and every one of our city workers. I'm appreciative of our community stewards in Ward 7 and our partners, and for our friends group that we are starting, that will be the caregivers day in and day out. Thank you so much for all that you do. Of course, you can't come for an opening and not give official proclamations. So it's two groups in particular that I want to give a shout out to. First and foremost, the Western Reserve Land Conservancy team for really spearheading this. And it's always one thing, to have a outside community partner, and it's even greater when you have a down to it community partner, and that's Village Family Farms. Y'all, if for people that don't know Jamil, like somebody like me, I have so much love and admiration for this man, because it's a lot of times everybody complains about things that aren't doing it, but there are so many people like Jamil, they do the work. They ain't into all of the foolishness. When I tell you, this man and what Village Family Farm is doing to really trying to transform, they are working in our schools, they work in neighborhoods, and to be able to have a real partnership, baby, you just don't know how much I love you. Like, for real. Like, I love him so much in the work, because this is how we get community started, like, and build it up. You have people that are doing the work, and you can see around here, when everybody works together, we can do amazing things. And I hope that he will be a source of motivation and inspiration for other people who have ideas. It's not about the ideas, it's doing the work and getting other partners to come together to get the stuff that our community wants. So Jamil, on behalf of all of us, here's the thing. Matt and Jamil, come over and get your official. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman.
Let's go in the front. Let's come in the front. Get to stay in the front.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Give it up for Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones. That is what servant leadership looks like. Having held the position that she holds now, I know what a demand it is on your personal schedule, on your family, and she leads this community well. So Stephanie, thank you for all you do for making our city a better place. Another servant leader is our next speaker. I've known this young man since he was interning at Cleveland City Council, I think about 15 years ago, and he is our state representative. State Representative Terrence Upchurch has been a strong partner of this project, and anytime I needed a support letter or whatever, he was always there to help us. Will all of you please give a warm welcome to our state representative, Terrence Upchurch.
Thank you, Councilman. Good morning. Well, again, I'm State Representative Terrence Upchurch. I represent the 20th House District, which Ward 7 sits in. I first of all want to thank you all for being here today, and I want to congratulate all the stakeholders and all the partners that made this project possible. I was honored to support this project in the state capital budget and secure funds from the state to make this happen. And I want to also congratulate my former colleague, Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones, for her continued leadership here in the Ward 7. This is truly a great project, and this is great for this neighborhood. It's much needed, and this will be a safe haven for our community for years to come. So I'm just humbled and honored to be here and happy to be part of this project and be supportive of it. So thank you all very much.
Expect big things out of Representative Upchurch, and I appreciate your servant leadership. You know, many people ask me, why did I leave City Council at the time when I did? And it was to work for an organization that I felt was aligned with my values and my mission. And I've always been inspired by Rich Cochran and his servant leadership. Will all of you please give a warm welcome to our CEO, Rich Cochran.
Thank you so much, Matt. And thank you all for being here. Nothing about me without me. Those 5 words are on the wall of every meeting room in every Western Reserve Land Conservancy office. And what they mean to us is we work in hundreds of communities every year, at least 20 neighborhoods in Cleveland alone every year. And we don't want to impose our values, our beliefs, our preconceived notions on a community. So we remind ourselves, the community speaks to us in those 5 words and says, nothing about me without me. And I am so proud of this project and of the community members from Huff, the children, the parents, the teachers, the farm leaders, everybody who came together to form this collective vision. And I'm so proud of our team for creating the framework to make this become a reality, this dream of everybody's that we get to sit here today. It's like this every day in Cleveland, 69 and sunny. And we get to sit here today and enjoy this incredible new amenity for Huff. I'm so deeply grateful to all of you and to our team for making that possible. I've actually been involved indirectly with Huff for basically my entire life. When we moved to Cleveland when I was about 3 or 4 years old, my dad moved us here because he wanted to work for legal aid in the Huff office in the early 1970s. And every night my dad came home from work frustrated and angry. He was frustrated because nobody would help the people of Huff. He was angry because forces of power were oppressing Huff and destroying Huff and not investing in Huff. And I listened to that every night. I was probably the only 5-year-old in Cleveland Heights who learned about redlining and blockbusting. But I did. And that anger and that frustration almost destroyed his life. and I know it destroyed other lives. And it brings me such pleasure. He's no longer with us, but it brings me such pleasure to be here today with all of you to celebrate this incredible new park and to celebrate a new era of our whole community investing in neighborhoods like Huff. With the great legacy of this neighborhood, it will be an amazing place going forward. And as everybody will talk about today, so many people made this possible. I want to mention one to whom I'm deeply grateful. He's sitting here in the front row. His name's Warren Dusenberry. And Warren and his family made the largest single gift to this project and really made this world-class amenity possible with their generosity. Thank you, Warren. So to the dozens and dozens of my colleagues who are not up here getting credit for all the work that they did, thank you. Thank you. To the dozens and dozens of community members and state reps and councilwomen and mayors and city park employees and everybody, this is a massive team effort that made this happen. This is a reflection of the vision of the people of Huff, but it's a reflection of the efforts of countless people. And we are deeply grateful to all of you. Nothing about me without me. Thank you all.
Thank you, Rich. Rich is truly an inspiring leader, and I appreciate I get to work with him every single day. You know, this project here really became a passion project for our team. We wanted to make sure that the community's visions were advanced forward. I want to give a shout out to our colleague, our planning and design specialist, Tim Deem, who you'll hear more about Tim's involvement from our next speaker. But Tim, you've done a remarkable job on this project. We couldn't be prouder of you and all the work you're doing. You know, part of this design team, you heard me walk you through the process on the planning, from planning to concept to design, and working closely with city architecture was layer cake design. And I want to now introduce the landscape architect who served lead on this project. Everyone give a warm welcome to Andrew Sargent. Do you want to hold this?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Drew Sargent. I lead a small landscape architecture practice here in the city of Cleveland called Layer Cake. Don't get confused by the name. We don't make pastries. We make places like this. But it's a metaphor for our design ethos, which is people, practice, place. Layer Cake ruthlessly advocates for people first in our design process, primarily the people who are going to use the space after we leave. We are not egocentric designers. We don't design for us. We design for people. We also design for our funders and our stakeholders, the folks that are giving us these dollars that we're, largely public dollars, some private, that we're good stewards of those funds. And then also, again, our clients. Matt mentioned Tim. Tim has been, where's Tim? In the back. Can we get a round of applause for Tim? Tim has been great. I often say to people, you don't get good projects without good clients. Tim has been not just along the way, but tirelessly along the way. Almost every point where I said, Tim, we could kind of make the project better if we get a little bit more money for this. Tim said, I'll go find it. Tim, I said, hey, the contractors are not necessarily doing the best thing. Tim said, I'll go give them a stern talking to. So I think, honestly, you don't get great places without great clients, and I'm really thankful for Tim's partnership and leadership throughout this process. Our second pillar is practice. So I just want to talk through some of the design features that are in this park. I know you guys have eyes, but I want to just point out a couple of things. This is an anomaly in the city of Cleveland, a park of this caliber in this neighborhood. You're sitting under the Huff Community Pavilion. This is the largest pavilion ever made by the company Street Life. It is a 50-foot by 20-foot, 13-foot high pavilion with a cantilever. They've never done a structure like this before. They're very excited and wait to see all the photos of you guys underneath it. We also have 2 playgrounds, one for 6+ and one for 2 to 6, featuring all natural wood Robinia play equipment. We have over 120 trees planted in this park. site furnishings, including double-sided benches, loungers over there, and again, picnic tables that will be coming into this barbecue and grill area. And I'd be remiss to say one of the most important design elements, when we first started this project, we understood the namesake Thurgood Marshall, and really wanted to really bring that to the site. So Thurgood Marshall Green is not just a name, but it's also an honoring of the first African-American civil rights justice in America. Along the loop path, you'll see dotted, I think, 22 trees, 9 of which represent Supreme Court justices at the time. The first one, which is a purple redbud, at the entrance of the park, will signify Thurgood Marshall himself, and then variegated trees, the other Supreme Court justices at the time. And at each of these 9 trees will also feature signage that talks about Thurgood Marshall's life in a timeline, as well as coinciding information about civil rights in Huff as well. And this design feature is something that we thought very integral, especially in the times that we live in right now. With regards to civil rights and other injustices. And again, our last pillar is place. All of these things, all of the people, all of the design decisions create a place that is truly wonderful, a place that, again, holds history but celebrates and makes space for joy with all the features that we have here. And that it's a city park. I think, again, part of our work is restoring people's faith in the Parks and Rec department here in the city of Cleveland. Again, working with partners like Western Reserve Land Conservancy to do that front work, but then again, working with the city that we ensure that the maintenance and upkeep of this park is gonna last forever. So we're truly honored. Again, we're a small practice to work on this, and really thankful for this opportunity.
How blessed were we to have somebody as intentional and thoughtful as Drew Sargent designing this project. So Drew, thank you for what you've done for this community. I do want to acknowledge our construction team. Planton, is Planton in the house? Planton, you here? Look, waving back there. Remarkable team to work with. You're what a great contractor, and just really want to sing our appreciations for you. I want to acknowledge our ROC team. ROC stands for Reforest Our City. All of these trees, these 100+ trees that are on site, they will be doing the long-term, we say stewardship. You don't just plant a tree and walk away, you nurture that tree. So they'll be on site during the heat of the summer, June through the end of August, every week, once a week, giving each tree 15 gallons of water. When the trees go dormant in the winter, they'll come here and they'll do small tree pruning for the small trees. But shout out to our tree team for all the incredible work that you do as well. I want to acknowledge the person who managed the budget and herded all the cats, Chrissy Wells. Chrissy, where you at? Give us a wave. Chrissy, thank you for what you do. Another humble public servant, but Chrissy managing this project and making sure that all the contractors were paid and things happened, so thank you. And then lastly, our colleague, he couldn't be with us today, Khalid Ali, who led our community engagement. Khalid's out of town. I've been involved in a lot of development projects in my time, in my previous role in this, and I could tell you far and away this project had the most extensive community engagement, and Khalid was at the center of that, so let's give it up for Khalid. I'm really excited to introduce our next speaker. She is the Commissioner of Parks. She's an incredible woman and doing really great things at the city. Well, everyone, please give a warm welcome for Commissioner Tory Porch. Toy Porch. I said Tory, I'm sorry. You want to hold it or you want it in here?
Well, I wrote something. I know everybody spoke from the heart. I wrote something. Good morning, everyone. Got it? It's an honor to be here seeing all of your faces on this nice, beautiful day. Like he said, I am Toy Porch. I'm the Commissioner of Park Maintenance and Properties with the Division of Parks and Recreation. So we just changed. And I'm proud to oversee the crew that handles and maintains all of the park spaces within our city, specifically this area. Though my director, Alex Nichols, couldn't be here today, I want to be sure that I point out my assistant director, Sydney, I don't know where you're at, and Ty Alexander, my deputy commissioner, are here. And we're excited to see this vision brought to life. This park is more than a green space. It's a community space, a place for families and the neighbors and future leaders to gather and grow. What you see around you today is a result of thoughtful planning and skilled craftsmanship, a lot of long meetings. The layout and the design of this green space reflects a standard of excellence that we are committed to across all of our parks. I want to give a special recognition to our mocap team, Director DeRosa, Mike Reeder, and Jim McKnight. I'm not sure if they're here, but the mocap team. Um, and with the extensive meetings with the Western Reserve Land Conservancy, Matt, thank you so much. And their hard work made all of this possible. Their dedication also extends far more than the green space. We've done major improvements inside of the rec center over there, which extends far beyond this. They've done some locker room improvements for the men and the women. And next year, we're going to be doing the roof, the HVAC, and we're going to have an additional universal restroom placed inside the recreation center. So that's a cool thing to have, right? Yes, ma'am. These ongoing improvements reflect our mission to create safe and welcoming and all-inclusive spaces for the City of Cleveland residents. So as someone who have really know all about this area, I kind of grew up in this area. My father lives 2 minutes that way. My home church is 2 minutes that way. I can confidently say that this space is unique. It is something that our city has never seen before, specifically in our park areas. But this project is personal to me. I grew up over here just going back and forth to the rec centers, walking these streets over here, and I have so many childhood memories in this area. And to see this space transformed into what it is today, it truly makes my heart smile, really. So today, as we cut this ribbon, we don't just open up a new park, we open up new opportunities for connections, for wellness, and for community pride. Thank you to Councilwoman House Jones for endorsing such a beautiful project, and the residents of Ward 7. You are fortunate to have such leadership. And finally, thank you all to everyone who's come out here and made this possible. Thank you for joining us in this milestone of a celebration. Thank you all.
Thank you, Commissioner Porch. It's been an honor, our team, working with you and your team as well. You know, the commissioner, you heard her, you know, we are made a substantial investment in this space, and concurrently the city on their own initiative, they're making continued investment in the rec center, and which is very commendable. Some of you may be wondering what's happening with this space when today ends. Well, we led the planning, fundraising, and design of this. We are turning this space over to the City of Cleveland with the necessary restrictions on the land, so it will stay a green space. And the City of Cleveland will be the long-term stewards and will take care of the maintenance long-term for this. So, Commissioner, I know you're going to keep this park looking sharp, right? Tim Dean will have you on speed dial, but thank you. It's been truly a wonderful relationship. You know, in Huff, there's so many innovative things happening here. Some of you may have heard about Chateau Huff, which is just a few blocks west of here, and all the innovative work going on. Let's give it up. I think about Mansfield Frazier. I feel his energy today. But there's another remarkable individual who's doing big things, and if you look behind you, you see a hoop house. We held our very first community meeting at Village Family Farm, who's doing incredible works. And our next speaker will be speaking on behalf of the Friends Group. The other thing I failed to mention, Commissioner and Council Lady, is we have a Friends Group. And they're going to make sure, they're going to be the eyes on this park and making sure that the city does a really nice job maintaining it and programming it. But we couldn't be more thrilled and honored to have another servant leadership speak on behalf of the Friends Group. Will everyone please give a warm welcome to Village Family Farms leader, Jamil Rakira.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here. This has definitely been a process over the last 4+ years, right? That community engagement piece, being a part of the Friends of Huff group. You guys look amazing. This space is amazing. all of the different amenities that are right here. We did it, right? Do we have any of the Friends of Huff group members here today? Where's Mike Walton? Is Mike here? Okay. Mike, if you guys want to be a part of the planning process with different amenities, please talk to Mike. But my name is Jameer Rakir, the founder of Village Family Farms. It's right over there. Like Matt was saying, we've been in the community for over 15 years, growing food. Not only growing food, but growing community. Our farm has been here for 15 years growing food. I'm happy to say that I had a chance to be a part of this process from day one, right? When we heard about the engagement in Western Reserve Land Conservancy, creating a green space, we said, let's give the community a voice. What can we do? How can we provide a space for the community to give their feedback? And they were more than open with that process. So, Matt, I want to thank you for your leadership. Rich, your leadership with Western Reserve Land Conservancy on really engaging the residents of the Huff community. And that started back in 2021, where we had our first meeting at our farm. If you guys are free today, afterwards, feel free. You know, we can give some tours over at Village Family Farms. Partnering with Western Reserve Land Conservancy was one of the most beneficial projects we partnered with to date. We partnered with a lot of different organizations over the years, but working with Western Reserve Land Conservancy, it was really a easy process. Working with their staff, it shows in the leadership and it shows within your team, Matt, and the people that you work with to build this green space that you see right here. And we couldn't fit everything, all of the recommendations that the community, they brought to the table. But what you see here is really a testament to that engagement. We partner with organizations like Flamico's Foundation. Do we have anyone here from Flamico's? There we go, Flamico's. Thank you, Flamico's, for that community engagement piece. And really just engaging with the residents. You know, you have people that have been here for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, right? Especially with the space right here with the old John W. Raper, which is right here. We actually have someone here that was a part of the first graduating class. I just got that information yesterday. Ms. Fisher, raise your hand, Ms. Fisher. Right? So you have legacy residents or community members that'll be able to come here and still enjoy the space where they went to grade school, right? They have memories. They'll be able to bring their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So this space still is going to be a place that serves the community, but just in a different capacity. At one point in time, it was used for grade school, elementary school for students. Now we're educating students on nature, different trees, the different floor sources that we have as well. So I'm just thankful for this process. We have other community members like Aku right here. Y'all give it up for Aku that was a part of the process. And it's just amazing. I was out here with my sons yesterday, a matter of fact, and it was just active. All of the kids that were out here, they were socializing, just having a good time, playing on the different rides, the swings, and it just adds to the value, the quality of life factors for people within this community. So I'm just thankful for the process. We're going to be here working with the Friends of Huff. Feel free to talk to Mike, sign up, with him. And we're just happy. Back when I was younger, working with Fannie Lewis and going to the New Day in Huff festival, you never knew the significance of that New Day in Huff. But today, I can really say that this is a New Day in Huff. We want to thank our state partners, state reps. Thank you, Stephen. We want to thank all of our planners, and especially our councilwoman, Stephanie House Jones. And lastly, I want to thank the residents, that really came out on the hottest of days, humid, this is Cleveland, it gets cold and hot, but, in the coldest of days, in the peak of winter, just coming out, giving their feedback, you really value, and we really want to thank you for your time. Thank you, guys.
Jamil is a true servant leader, and I appreciate all you do here in this community. And Mike Walton, we can't understate what you do for our community. Mike, thanks you for helping to be a leader on the Friends group. All right, I have some concluding remarks. But before I do, I want to acknowledge one other servant leader. We have State Representative Tristan Rader here. Tristan, State Rep Rader, thank you for joining us. In a minute, we're going to get. In a minute, we're going to have students arrive. I think they're coming now. From Mary B. Hart, and so you're going to see a bunch of kiddos show up here in a little bit, and they're going to help activate the space. I'd encourage everyone to stick around. We have a couple of exercises for everyone, not necessarily physical exercises, although Julie, that's something you'd want to lead us through. I'm sure Julie will be teaching yoga in the corner. So I want to thank all of you for coming and celebrating the opening of this beautiful community park. Each of you, when you arrived, should have received a passport. It looks like this, and there's some spots on it. And so if you didn't, please see one of the Land Conservancy staff. In fact, China, maybe you can walk up from the front to the back and make sure everyone, you get a hand on this. We invite you to explore the park by following the path. So I want everyone to walk the loop path, and there's going to be stops at various stations where you'll learn more about the park. You'll get your passport stamped on the back. You'll learn all the intricate details about the park. I want everyone to be mindful that there is newly planted grass, so be careful when you're walking through the straw. We just need, the heavens to open up and put a little rain on it so we can get some grass growing. Drew, the landscape architect, and Tim, our construction manager, will also be leading guiding tours throughout the site, so you can gather in the back, and they'd love to show you around and tell you more. We also, again, a bunch of kiddos from Mary B. Martin School will be walking over here, preschoolers and fourth graders. I want to thank all of you for joining us today, and thank you. Please enjoy this park and use this park, and this concludes this morning's program. Thank you.